Hey guys, welcome. This is Rachel. For anyone who has stumbled here from not my normal socials, you usually find me on a cozy Lorcana on Facebook and YouTube. But this is a more informal video to kind of answer the question, what is this crazy thing that Rachel is doing this weekend, from all of my various friends who are not Lorcana players. And it's got a couple tidbits for anyone who is going to the Atlanta event this weekend. So, first of all, this weekend is Lorcana's first Lorcana Challenge event. There are several of them that will be happening throughout the summer, and they basically give people the chance to win an invite to the regional championships later this year. So they're kind of a big deal. They also have a ton of promo card and prize support. And the first one this weekend is in Atlanta. So this is the Atlanta Lorcana Challenge. It's happening Memorial Day weekend. And I was lucky enough to get a ticket. So what's happened already? Here's the rundown. This was originally supposed to be a slightly over 500 person tournament. The tickets sold out in over a minute. So Ravensburger increased the event capacity to slightly over 2,000. So I was originally on the wait list. I got in off the wait list when they increased the cap. And so I'll be going. There's a little bit of question as far as whether we're actually going to have 2,000 players, because the event registration said that it was supposed to be 2,048 players. That's what's listed in Melee, which is our tournament software. But Melee says that there are currently only 1,725 players registered. So we don't quite know what that means. In addition to everybody who's going to be going to play the main tournament, they've also opened up attendee tickets. And attendee tickets will get you into the event hall. If you don't have an attendee ticket, you can't spectate, you can't be there at all. So attendee tickets get you in, and they let you play side events, which have their own kind of Chuck E. Cheese style prize wall. So there's going to be everybody there playing the main event. There's going to be a bunch of other people playing these side events, and there's going to be some vendors there as well. So there's a lot going on. There's going to be a ton of people there. That's everything that's happened so far. So what's happening this weekend? What is this crazy thing that Rachel is gearing up for? On Friday, I'm going down to Atlanta, and Friday evening, they have an early check-in. So before the tournament starts, you have to check in. If you get there and do it Friday between 5 and 8, rather than doing it Saturday morning, you get an additional promo card. It's going to be Flotsam and Jetsam. We haven't seen it yet. At least I haven't seen it yet. So it's going to be a little bit of a surprise. But they generally do really good stuff with their promo cards. So that's very exciting. It's a good incentive to get there and do the standing in line part on Friday night. The other thing that has to happen before we do the actual tournament is that everybody has to upload their deck lists. So if you're going, remember that you have to do that. Deck lists have to be in at least 30 minutes before the start of the tournament on Saturday, or there will be penalties. You'll be considered late. I don't remember exactly what the details are, but the point is, get your deck list in early, and it can be done online. So that's Friday. And then Friday night, it's going to be get a good night's sleep, get ready, have a good dinner, and gear up for Saturday. So the tournament kicks off on Saturday at 10 a.m., the main tournament. And Saturday is 9 rounds of Swiss. And what that means is that if you win, they pair you up. If you lose, they pair you down. And that goes on throughout the day. Each round on Saturday is going to be a 2-game match, which means you play the same person for 2 games. And there's going to be a 45-minute time limit on each match. So what that means logistically is that if they start right at 10 o'clock and every round goes exactly 45 minutes, there's no delays, nothing like that. The earliest that Saturday's Swiss rounds would end would be 4:45. Um, of course, with this many people, this many logistics, it's going to be later than that. So we're starting at 10. We're going to be playing straight through to about 5 o'clock p.m. at best, and then that's the end of the main tournament on Saturday. Now, if you play 3 rounds on Saturday, you qualify for the first Enchanted promo card. They're like full art, beautiful, gorgeous cards. And the first one is Dragonfire. It's got the dragon from Sleeping Beauty, the Maleficent dragon, breathing fire. It's a cool card. It's good in the game. So you have to play at least 3 rounds to get your promo card, your participation promo card. I expect that a lot of people will drop after they get their participation promo and bounce over to the side events or, do something else with their weekend. But yeah, so that's the first kind of hurdle. Now, if you end up in the top 128 players at the end of Saturday's Swiss, you also get a second Enchanted promo card. That's the Let It Go promo. And then at the end of Saturday, they look at who the top 64 players are, and the top 64 players in the main tournament go on to play the main tournament on Sunday. So if you're doing well, you make the top 64. At that point, you will have gotten a couple promo cards, and then you play on Sunday. So if you play on Sunday, if you make it to day 2, Sunday, once again, is a series of rounds, but Sunday's rounds are 3-round matches rather than 2-round matches. And the first couple rounds have a 70-minute cap rather than having a 45-minute cap. So the first couple rounds are going to be timed 70 minutes, and then I believe it's top 16 and up. Those rounds are not timed at all. You just play it all the way out. If, just like roughly estimating, if they started on time and they were all 70-minute matches all the way through, the tournament would end around 5 o'clock. Of course, that's unlikely. It is probably going to be running longer than that. So if you make it far in the main tournament, you're going to be playing a full day on Saturday and a full day on Sunday. And the way these are designed, they just keep running through. So you have to grab snacks or whatever chance you get during the day. They don't pause or take a lunch break or anything. So that's the main tournament. And of course, the dream is that you make it to day 2. You get to play day 2. Hopefully you do well. Day 2, like I said, Sunday is single elimination, though. So as soon as you lose a match, you're bounced from the main tournament. So then the other question, of course, is what happens if you don't do well in the main tournament and you end up dropping? So if you don't do well, you drop, you play the side events. There's a ton of smaller tournaments that are going on that won't get you, access to the big, gorgeous prizes for winning the main championship. They won't get you access to the regional tickets or anything like that. But the side events get you tickets that you can spend at a prize wall. And like I said, it's kind of like an arcade or Chuck E. Cheese's. I think it's going to be really cool. They've kind of teased what some of the prize wall stuff is going to be, and I'll get to that in a minute. But for the side events, the chaos here is that once you drop from the main tournament, the rules for the side events are different. So last weekend, we had the 4th set of cards for this game release. It's called Ursula's Return. It features, as you can guess, lots of Little Mermaid stuff. But set 4 is not legal for the main tournament because there was only going to be 1 week for people to get ready, which is a pretty solid call on the organizer's part. However, set 4 is legal for all the side events. And the side events have a lot of cool stuff. They have other constructed tournaments. They have drafts. They have team events. They have multiplayer events. So they're really trying out some cool stuff with these side events. We should expect that you do have to probably pay for entry into the side events in addition to just having the attendee ticket to get into the hall, but they haven't released those details yet. The earliest on Sunday that the side events start, I'm sorry, the earliest on Saturday that the side events start is 10:30 with some starter deck and learn to play things. So if people are going and they're not planning to play the main tournament, there's plenty of stuff to do basically right away when the event starts. And then drafts and constructed tournaments are going on through the day on Saturday on a scheduled basis. And then on Sunday, everything's kind of on a rolling basis. They're going to start launching draft pods and things like that when they have enough people. So there's plenty of things to do. I'm going to be playing all weekend, even if I don't do well in the main event. Even if I do terribly on Saturday, I will still be going back on Sunday and still playing a ton of games. As a heads up to anybody else who is planning to play side events, there are side events starting as late as 4:30 on Sunday, but there's also a note on the event website that says that your prize tickets lose all value at 8:01 p.m. on Sunday. So if you're starting a late event, make sure that you're going to have a chance to cash out your tickets and get your prizes before everything closes, just as a heads up. So as I said, you're getting your tickets, you're getting your playing your side events. The side events have set for legal. They also are best of 3 matches rather than best of 2. And yeah, so that pretty much sums up what I'm going to be probably doing on Sunday. And the perks of that are that the prize wall has a lot of cool stuff. If you haven't looked at it yet, the list is on the PPG event organizers event page. And some of the things that really kind of caught my eye were that there's going to be some exclusive promo cards and playmat that you can only get on the prize wall. There's also going to be Lorcana Challenge hats and t-shirts. I am really hoping I get a t-shirt. That sounds fun. And of course, there's the usual stuff that you would expect at an event like this, where you can get sealed packs of cards, you can get booster boxes, things like that, so that you can get more cards and play more games. So there's a ton of stuff. It's going to be like really solid prizes, it looks like. We don't have any kind of idea what the ticket breakdown is yet, but it looks like they're planning a really solid event. I'm really excited for it. That aside, it is going to be an insane weekend. 9 rounds of Swiss is an endurance game. So by the end of the day on Saturday, everybody's going to be tired. Everybody's going to be hungry. We all have been hyper focusing for hours and hours on end. And then the day's going to wrap up and we're going to do it again on Sunday in one capacity or another. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It is also going to be a really intense weekend. And I'm hoping to do some videos throughout the weekend and just kind of give people updates along the way. So if you would like to get updates as far as how things are going, what's out there, and what you might expect if you're going to one of these in the future, definitely make sure to follow my Cozy Lorcana Facebook page, because that's probably where I'm going to put most of it. And I'm going to try not to drown my personal friends in all of the details of my Lorcana stuff that they don't know anything about. So yeah, I hope that some of you will join me on this crazy adventure in a virtual capacity. I know that I'll see some of you in a real life capacity for people who are planning to be there. And yeah, as I'm talking about it over the next couple days, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a better perspective of what I mean when I tell you that I'm going to go play this crazy event. I'm going to play all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then on Monday, I'm going to come home and get back to the normal day-to-day life. So anyway, thank you for stopping in, and I hope that you guys all have a lovely weekend while I am going on this crazy adventure. See ya!